Everybody wants to be intelligent in life, or at least to be considered intelligent by someone. And it's easy to understand why. Because the stakes for having intelligence, or a lack thereof, are incredibly high. Intelligence is the basis for how we do things like thinking about things, or using our smarts to come up with the tricks that we use on our dogs when we brilliantly take the peanut butter and coat it around the suppository pill that we put up their butts. Being intelligent usually makes one logical too. Logic is a smart person's best friend, because logic lets you personally set the rules that you choose to enforce in conversation and in life. The rules that are created by your logic are what constitutes all of reason and rationality. And to be rational is to be intelligent. As a self-proclaimed, but often wrongly disputed by others, smart person myself, I have never encountered anything in my life that I have wanted or believed in that was not rational. How do I know that what I believe in is always rational? Because my logic tells me so. And I have affirmed myself in my logic through my rationality, which my intelligence allowed me to do. And I have the entirely correct suspicion that you are wondering, how can I create rationality and be considered intelligent too? Well, that is a great question, and some might argue a very difficult feat to accomplish. The path that I've just laid out for you will present many obstacles and naysayers. To get you over these obstacles, I'll need you to take my hand and turn a blind eye to everything in life that you once thought to be true. Did you take my hand? Reach out and grab it. I am now your guiding light. And as your guiding light, my promise to you is that I will lead you straight into an oblivion. An oblivion of knowledge. The first thing we have to do to become smarter is learn how to talk and sound like an intelligent person. You see, normal people use normal words to make normal sentences that everybody around them can understand. Smart people, on the other hand, take normal sentences and lube them up with their slick jargon that they and their fellow jargon speakers can then insert seamlessly into technical conversation in order to express complicated ideas in shorthand language. As a future member of the Jargon Club yourself, you'll need to know what this jargon means. So I will put the jargon into the correct context, and then my associate, Steve, is going to tell you what it means. All right, new guy, listen up. There's a lot of technical details that go into how we do our discounted cash flow model. Let me pull up Excel and I will show you how the sausage gets made.
Sausage? I didn't know this was a sausage factory. I didn't bring my hairnet, bro.
Steve, we're taking a lot of heat right now for using Dylan Mulvaney in our latest ad campaign. We need to circle the wagons and mitigate damage.
We're firing on all cylinders now, boss.
Well, that certainly is an interesting suggestion, Steve. Why don't we circle back on that later?
Here's your circle back, brah.
Well, I do like that proposal, Steve, but you're going to need to triangulate with accounting and PR.
Coordinates locked on, sir. Ready to fire on boss man's command.
We're getting a little off topic here, guys. Why don't we handle this offline?
Let's handle this in the parking lot, bitch.
Guys, our filing has been a mess this quarter. We need to get our ducks in a row before April.
Hey, single file line if you want your bread. You heard the boss. Don't quack at me like that, Frank.
Steve, here at Big Mickey's Financial Group, we're a family.
Wait, seriously, we're family? Well, that's really bad news for the kid I got grown inside Samantha down at HR.
That's a really great idea, Steve. Let's put a pin in it and we'll use it for later.
Well, we can try it out, but a pin doesn't sound like as much fun as a plug.
Can't keep trying to fix this problem doing what we always do. We need to think outside the box, Steve.
Excellent idea, boss man. I'm way more creative outside.
Steve, do you by any chance have the bandwidth to take on the rest of the Henderson report? I've been chained to my desk since 5 a.m. and I think I'm starting to lose it.
Nope, sorry. I've been at my desk watching magic tricks on TikTok all afternoon. All my bandwidth seems to have vanished, bro.
I'm very sorry, Steve, but I think we've made a terrible mistake and we're going to pivot in a different direction.
All right, man, but just make sure you dribble the ball first or else you'll be called for traveling, you know.
So getting your jargon right, as we've discovered, is an important part of sounding intelligent. What's also important when sounding intelligent is talking about the same kinds of topics that smart people like to talk about. Clever people love talking about science, not because they actually like it, but because it makes them look smarter than everybody else around them. You too can use this to your advantage, specifically talking about space. Absolutely nobody has ever not looked smart talking about space. To illustrate just how easy it is, I have right here a space edition of Mad Libs that I bought from an elementary school store. The cashier looked at me kind of funny, but she doesn't understand my art. Now all we have to do is insert our big spacey words into the blanks, read it out. Everybody thinks you're smart. When Pluto was first founded in 1930, scientists believed that they had found the 9th planet in our galaxy system. But more capriciously, a number of factors led planetary protection and inclusion officers around the world to call Pluto a planet of restricted growth instead of a planet. Reason number 1, Pluto is very midget-like. It is only half as wide as the United Women of America. Pluto also has a different orbit from the rest of the obese planets. While most planets' orbits look like a corpulent circle, Pluto's orbit is shaped like Sarah Jessica Parker's face. Astronomers have observed other thingamajigs in space that are almost the same size as Pluto. They named all those objects dwarf peduncle. In 2006, Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf peduncle too. But don't feel too crestfallen for Pluto. It's still an interesting object, and NASA has an assload more missions to explore this exciting dwarf expanse. You see what I mean? You talk like that in front of an astronomer, and the next words out of their mouth is going to be, "Where in the hell did you get your degree?" I guarantee it. Another thing that is required to becoming a smarter person is to read more, because reading is learning. But you have to remember that you can't just read things that you agree with. You also have to read things that you disagree with in order to broaden your horizons as a knowledgeable person. For example, I like to broaden my horizons by reading the pop psychology love language books that my girlfriend swears is going to fix the relationship. And by relationship, what she really means is Me. So I ask her, all right, baby, what's your love language? And she says,
I don't know. I guess probably getting gifts.
you're kidding me. You're telling me that all I have to do to make you love me is buy you shit. So your love language is just being a woman. Thank you for all your insights, Dr. Chapman. You son of a bitch, you've solved love. Well, my friends, you know what they say. Diamonds truly are a girl's best lover. Because you'll never get her off harder than the heights that 3-carat rock takes her to when she's dangling it in front of all her Pilates frenemies, sipping on a mimosa and talking shit about you at brunch. Every kiss requires K. All right, baby. I guess now that means it's my turn. Let's see which love language I am. This might be hard. You never know. It could be any one of them. Well, babe, I guess I'm a man. And you, a woe man. We figured it out. We did it. Relationship saved. I guess we're both two sides of the same kiddie pool. You and I. All right, now let's read one for the boys. Hard stuff, logical stuff, philosophical stuff. Like Immanuel Kant. My lady friend hates Immanuel Kant. I mean, honestly, everybody kind of hates reading Kant, but especially my beautiful, wonderful, and smart, in a different kind of way, fairer half. Which is why you can't talk to your girl about anything you read in this book. If you can't help yourself from talking to your bae about categorical imperatives, then your bae probably can't help but question if a 3-carat diamond ring is really worth it. Immanuel Kant once said in his work on aesthetics, "A woman is embarrassed little that she does not possess certain high insights, that she is timid and not fit for serious employment. She is beautiful and captivates, and that is enough." One time, when I was smack dab in the middle of one of my usual bouts of jackassery, I asked my lovely and amazing partner what she thought about that quote. And she responded to me, "Huh, I bet that guy died a virgin." The smartest among us so often do. Moving right along. Now, finally, we just need to figure out what a smart person looks like and how do they use their body language to project intelligence. Intellectuals love to use pincher fingers. Pincher fingers is the international sign of I'm a smart person talking about smart things right now. The wider the pinch, the bigger the thought. The smaller the pinch, the more specifically you look like my smart-ass girlfriend whenever I piss her off. She thinks it's funny to just throw up a small pinch and then she just stares down at my pants while I'm trying to have a conversation with her about Immanuel Kant. She knows damn well that it's a big pinch, okay? She just likes being ornery and acting like it isn't. Back on track. Body language 101. It's not rocket science, it's just basic chemistry. The chemistry being created between you and me. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna move fast, so pay attention. We sit back, we sit up straight. Good posture to get you on her roster. Strong eye contact to make a high impact. We cross our legs to project white-collar sophistication. Hands soft as a baby's ass because the calluses are all right here. We grab the lapels and flap the suit to remind everybody that we are in fact wearing one. We use the word lapels in casual conversation. And finally, we wear a testy and quarrelsome look on our face to signal that we are not here to fuck around. Now we proceed to have a normal, natural conversation and let our intelligence flow like the Mississippi River. Hello, it's nice to meet you. What is your IQ? My IQ is 193. It used to be 89, but the technology on these things has really improved recently. Did you know that all kinds of companies now offer 10-minute IQ tests totally free after you watch a few minutes of ads? The IQ test that I took even sorted me into my corresponding Harry Potter house. I got Hufflepuff. I don't like that house, so I retook the test, and I am now an official Ravenclaw with an IQ of 206. 206 thumbs up for this satisfied customer. Alright, I'm gonna go share my IQ test on Facebook so all my friends can see it. I'm so much smarter than they are. And now, as is tradition, a reading from the reflections of your loving Rye. If the pen truly is mightier than the sword, then you should do as I say and not as I do. For the content of my thoughts bleeds out of me in words, and in my head I am flawless. If you liked this video, then that's great. If you didn't like this video, then that's not great.